We got rations back at least. That's also a thing that makes Liquid's fight so hard is you can't heal.
Right.
Snake, they've placed the Kano under arrest. I don't know what I should do. This will probably be your last save.
I'm going to miss those proverbs of yours.
Snake.
Mei Ling, I have a favor you. Make a hard copy of all the codec conversation data up to this point. I want some insurance.
Okay, Snake.
They might think you're a big pervert, Snake. You've done some questionable
Snake,
things.
please. Be safe for me.
Yeah, but at the same time.
No one will see these. No one's gonna like write a book over this or anything.
Oh no.
Well, no one's answering us.
That's rude.
I'll drive.
Oh, come on, Meryl.
Balance camera.
You know, she's moving pretty good for someone who got shot like 3 times.
Yeah.
Directly in the knee.
Including both her legs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was kind of curious about that. She was like, I'm gonna drive. I'm like, girl, you have like a hole in your arm.
Yeah, she has 1 bandage on, it was fine.
Yeah.
I got it, Snake. Jump in.
So you have a 10-minute timer for this part, and unlike the Liquid fight, there's no game over sequence if the whole timer runs out. What's the only way to do that, because we're on rails the rest of the time, is just deliberately wait in that first area for 10 minutes, which I've done before. I found like a loophole in the AI and could just like hide behind a barrel and they couldn't shoot me.
So, if you just... Boy, so if the 10 minutes runs out, then...
It just says 0, nothing happens. I don't think they expect anyone to use it all, because, you know, we're stuck in this Jeep. We don't have any control over the time, like how fast we get. So that'd be
Was it
pretty
just
impossible
zero?
to run
Well,
out.
yeah, so it just hit 0 and that's it?
Yeah, I think.
So it's just to make it be a little more intense?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's the timer of when the bombs are coming or whatever, when the nukes. Also, this part kind of sucks. Like, I don't really know how to shoot these guys without getting hit myself. At least you can aim in first person.
That's good. Man, she can drive.
Yeah, I feel like she definitely clipped that wall.
Not yet, Snake.
What?
It's not over yet.
Yeah, I forgot about this.
Come on!
So, Snake falls off and he dies.
Yeah.
Liquid falls off and he's good to go and drive a car and shoot a gun.
Yeah.
And Snake and Solid has the recessive knowledge.
Yeah, I feel like Liquid might
I
be
feel
wrong
like
about
Liquid
that.
Got it messed up. Yeah, Liquid must have gotten it messed up.
Like, he survives a helicopter explosion. That's kind of ridiculous, but we expect it because it's like mid-game. No, obviously not killing the villain off.
No.
And then the Rex fight, he survives. Another giant explosion. Missile directly to the face, but it's like, okay, they want to have a fist fight and have more cutscenes with them. But then after the fall, you think he's dead.
Yeah.
Did not see this coming.
I was like, he's thinking these balls to the face like a champ.
Yeah, and you just shoot him like 50 times and he's fine.
Yeah.
Also, he's really good at the driving and shooting thing. Like, if you don't shoot him, like, you have a very small window to shoot him where he doesn't shoot you. Like, his invincibility frames after he gets shot, like, after those are over, he'll shoot you in like a second if you don't shoot him again. Like, it's actually pretty tough.
Oh, yes.
I can't help but admire the guy. Just being this tenacious, still going after us.
Now, if you die, it's like you do the whole continuing thing, right? Oh,
Yeah,
I'll
I think
take
we
it
just
for
start
that.
from the Jeep part. I don't know if it starts us at Liquid's part or...
Look, Snake. Daylight. We're gonna crash.
Meryl, are you okay?
Yeah, just a little shook up.
Meryl, can you move?
It's no good. I can't move.
What happened to Liquid?
I can't see him either.
Liquid's dead. Uh-oh. Snake! If he's dead, that means...
Don't say it, Snake.
What happened to the air raid? No stealth bombers in sight.
Snake, can you hear me?
Colonel.
Are you okay?
Colonel, what happened?
The Secretary of Defense has been arrested. Early retirement.
Arrested?
I was able to get into contact with the President. Metal Gear, the training exercise, all of it. It was all the Secretary of Defense acting alone.
Acting alone? What happened to the air raid and the nuclear strike?
The orders were rescinded. The F-117s and the B-2 Spirits have returned to the base. Once again, I have complete authority over this operation.
I see.
Washington isn't stupid enough to use nukes to cover up a few secrets.
I wonder about that.
In any case, the danger's over. Thanks, Snake.
Colonel, you can rest easy. Meryl's fine.
Really? Thanks. Thank you, Snake. Snake, I'm sorry, I kept a lot of things from you.
It's okay, Colonel.
Snake, I'm not a colonel.
Oh, that's right.
I've got a present for you. There's a snowmobile close to you. Mei Ling saw it on the satellite photos. This time of year, the glaciers are pretty calm. You should be able to ride right out of there. I'll bet the boys at the DIA and the NSA never expected you to come home alive.
Me neither. I better not show my face around here.
No danger of that. You two officially died after your Jeep sank into the ocean.
That's not too far from the truth.
Also, there's a helicopter waiting for you on Fox Island.
Dr. Hal Emmerich should be somewhere on the base. I want someone to bring him in.
I understand. Leave it to me.
Okay, Roy. Are you gonna be okay?
Don't worry. I've got an insurance policy. A hard copy of all Mei Ling's data. As long as I've got that, you, me, and Mei Ling will be fine.
The battery on these nanomachines will run out soon. They won't be able to follow us.
I guess we won't meet again.
Don't worry. I'll pay you a visit sometime.
Really? I look forward to that.
Roy, just tell me one thing.
What?
About Fox Die.
Meryl will be fine. She wasn't included in its programming.
What about me? It killed Liquid.
Naomi said that she wants to talk to you face to face about that.
How is she?
Don't worry. Mei Ling is with her right now. I'm switching over to Naomi.
Snake, it's me.
Naomi,
I heard about my brother.
I'm sorry. But he had one last message he wanted to say to you. He told me to tell you to forget about him and to go on with your own life.
Frankie said that?
Yeah. He also said he'll always love you. Naomi, your brother just saved you, me, and the whole world. He fought with every ounce of strength in his body.
Maybe. Maybe now he's finally found some peace. He wasn't really my brother anymore. Ever since he fought with you in Zanzibar, he's been like a ghost. A ghost looking for a place to die.
Naomi, Liquid died from Fox Die too. What about me? When am I gonna go?
That's up to you.
What do you mean?
Everybody dies when their time is up.
Yeah, so when's mine up?
It's up to you how you use the time left to you. Live, Snake. That's all I can say to you.
Each person is born with their fate written into their own genetic code. It's unchangeable, immutable. But that's not all there is to life. I finally realized that. I told you before the reason that I was interested in genes and DNA. Because I wanted to know who us, where I came from. I thought that if I analyzed my DNA, I could find out who I was, who my parents were. And I thought that if I knew that, then I'd know what path I should take in life. But I was wrong. I didn't find anything. I didn't learn anything. Just like with the genome soldiers, you can input all the genetic information, but that doesn't make them into the strongest soldiers. The most we say about DNA is that it governs a person's potential strengths, potential destiny. You mustn't allow yourself to be chained to fate, to be ruled by your genes. Humans can choose the type of life they want to live. Snake, whether or not you're in the Fox-Die program isn't important. The important thing is that you choose life. And then live. Don't you think, Snake? Don't worry. I'm going to choose life too. Until today, I've always looked for a reason to live. But from here on, I'm going to just live. Genes exist to pass down our hopes and dreams for the future through our children. Living is a link to the future. That's how all life works. Loving each other, teaching each other. That's how we can change the world. I finally realized it. The true meaning of life. Thank you, Snake.
Look, I found this.
Let's keep it as a reminder.
Of what? A reminder of a successful mission? Or the first time we met?
A reminder of how to live.
Huh?
Until today, I've lived only for myself. Survival has been the only thing I cared about in my life.
That's not just you. That's how everyone is.
I only felt truly alive when I was staring death in the face. I don't know. Maybe it's written into my genes.
What about now? What do your genes say about your future now?
Maybe it's time I live for someone else.
Someone else?
Yeah. Someone like you. Maybe that's the real way to live.
So, where to, Snake?
David. My name's David.
Okay. So where to, Dave?
I think it's time we look for a new path in life.
A new path?
A new purpose.
Will we find it?
We'll find it. I know we'll find it.
What are those?
Caribou. To the Aleutians, the caribou is a symbol of life. It'll be spring here soon.
For us too.
Yeah, spring brings new life to everything. It's a time for hope. I've lived here a long time, but Alaska has never looked more beautiful. The sky, the sea, the caribou, and most of all, you.
I think I'm gonna like this new life.
Come on. Let's enjoy life.
Yeah, a little too sweet for me.
I think if they cut it off when Naomi was done, it would have been fine.
Yeah, that would have been better. Oh, here's some nuke facts.
Thanks, Nastasha.
Yeah. No, start 2. Too bad it didn't end up happening, but this game couldn't have known that. 26,000. Kind of scary.
Yeah.
Now we finally get to hear the main theme of the game. The best is yet to come in its entirety, but we'll probably talk over it some.
Good stuff.
Oh yeah, so everybody in this game used to...
His name is David, and the voice actor was David.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
great. Not named after him, but actually everyone in this game, except for David Hayter, uses a pseudonym because there was something where like they weren't sure if it was Union, so they used a fake name. Everybody except David Hayter and Psycho Mantis' voice actor Doug Stone. For some reason, he also didn't. But everybody else uses a fake name, so it's not really their names.
Oh.
Hayter was just like, I guess he's like, I'm the main character. I'm going to risk it. I want to be known. I don't know. But David Hayter's awesome, by the way. I love him.
Yeah, I'm just going to ignore that Snake's name is David. That's not the cool guy name I was expecting at the end.
It could be a lot
David
worse.
Is a good name. Like, David's an okay name. It's not the cool...
Okay.
Like, it's not a Frank Yeager. Like, Frank Yeager.
That is a cool
good
name.
David is not so great.
It could
But
be
that's a
worse.
cool
What if his
name.
name was like Jeff? That would suck.
Yeah, that's not a great name either.
David's a pretty solid name. No pun intended. I can't believe I just said that. Anyway. Wow, Hideo Kojima's name appears a lot in this. Oh, here's some real footage. It's always weird when this game goes to like the live action footage, like when Liquid's cutscene and it cuts to the scientist. It's very jarring.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's okay.
Oh yeah, believe it or not, there's a post-credit scene. We're not done.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I actually did not know that.
It's not a scene, it's just like dialogue over
Oh, okay.
a black screen. But
Cool. I'm reading about stuff while this is all playing. Which not that last isn't pretty, but
okay, now that's over. Who? Top 3 characters. Just name 3.
Snake,
Obviously.
Liquid.
Okay. Same.
Ooh, I don't know about
Samesies.
Liquid now that I think about it. Can I go
Liquid's.
with like Miller? Can I go with Miller before Liquid got
I do
revealed?
love Miller.
I really do.
Which good news, Miller
Oh.
appeared in some prequels, the real guy, and he's also very cool. But yeah, Liquid. So what I love about Liquid is he easily could have sucked. Like his motivations don't make much sense. He's kind of whiny, but his voice actor's just so good. I think Liquid. It may be conventional to say the best 2 actors in the game, the protagonist and the antagonist, but I think it's true in this case. Like, Cam Clark as Liquid Snake is unbelievable, because you love Liquid, he's so awesome, but he's kind of on paper could easily have sucked. He could have just been like a whiny British guy who doesn't make sense and is lame, but instead he's awesome. He's just so entertaining and ridiculous and over the top.
So, who else was like in there? Don't like Meryl. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Otacon.
Yeah,
Gray Fox is just weird.
He's
I'll
not
be
in the
honest.
game that much, and he's very
Yeah,
weird.
he's just weird.
Yeah.
I like his character when he shows up. Well, wait for that. I like his character at the end. When you find him in the middle,
When
it's
he's
kind of
actually
unusual.
like him instead of like a crazy ninja going insane.
Yeah, when he's just a crazy ninja showing up slicing people apart, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, and just like short circuiting and going crazy.
Yeah. Don't like Campbell.
Yeah.
I like Mei Ling because she doesn't really do a whole lot.
She doesn't do much plot, but she
gets
she's great.
flirted on for like 30 seconds and she just saves your game and gets you covered.
Then Snake
So I like
moves
Mei
on.
Ling. Yeah. And she compiled all that data really quickly, so good on her. I actually really like Ocelot's character.
Yeah, that's good news because he will reappear, as you might be able to guess, because he's the only guy still alive. He will reappear in sequels.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, Metal Gear Solid 1 might be my favorite for many reasons, but I think Ocelot's one of the few things other than like gameplay that's better in the sequels.
Where's the one where like you're playing and you kill some random Russian guy and it's like, oh, you killed Revolver Ocelot?
I forgot I showed you that. Yeah, that's in Metal Gear Solid 3 and set in the past.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Ocelot is even better in
Snake
Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 than this game.
But yeah, I really like Ocelot.
A lot of style.
Psychomantis is pretty good. Sniper Wolf was good. Vulcan Raven's good. Okay, wait. I need, 3?
Yeah, you said Solid, Liquid, and now the post-credit scene might be happening.
You
Oh no,
mustn't
more Naomi.
Allow yourself to be chained to fate, to be ruled by your genes. Humans can choose the type of life they want to live. The important thing is that you choose life, and then live.
Now that I think about it, I really liked all the villains, and I wasn't a huge fan of most of the heroes.
Yes, sir. The entire unit was wiped out. Those two are still alive. The Vector? Yes, sir. Fox Die should become activated soon, right on schedule. Yes, sir, I recovered all of Rex's dummy warhead data. No, sir, my cover is intact. Nobody knows who I really am. Yes, the DARPA chief knew my identity, but he's been disposed of. Yes, the inferior one was the winner after all. That's right. Until the very end, Liquid thought he was the inferior one. Yes, sir, I agree. It takes a well-balanced individual such as yourself to rule the world. No, sir. No one knows that you were the third one, Solidus. What should I do about the woman? Yes, sir. I'll keep her under surveillance. Yes. Thank you. Goodbye, Mr. President.
What? This game threw 3 twists at us in the last scene.
So,
couple
funny
things.
story. So, somewhere driving the Jeep around, I was like, Liquid's the superior one. That's right. Because I don't remember how I knew it, but I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Liquid's the superior one. But I didn't want to say it. But I was like riding the Jeep driving scene. I was like, oh, well, I'll probably find out in like 15 minutes. I forgot about Liquid, or I forgot about the president. I forgot about Solidus. I'm assuming that's Ocelot. I forgot about Ocelot doing Ocelot things.
Yeah.
So now Ocelot's definitely one of my favorite characters.
Yeah. So I like the Liquid was really the superior one because it reinforces the game's theme of you're not ruled by your genes, make your own fate, all that stuff, nature versus nurture, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
Ocelot being a spy for the president, I guess makes sense. It explains why he killed the DARPA chief. He's not just an idiot who tortured the guy who had the critical information he needed. He killed him so he wouldn't blab about Ocelot being a spy. So that makes sense. It's a little ridiculous, it's a little jump the shark. It's a little ridiculous that the president of the United States happens to be another clone of Big Boss.
Is it though?
A little. Snake never watched TV and was like, president looks familiar. I do like, as you may be able to tell, Solidus will be in the sequel.
I figured, yeah.
And I like him, so it's not like I think the twist is bad or anything, but it's a lot to throw at us in the last 30 seconds of the game.
Yeah, again, like 13 different storylines. All just
I was pretty
randomly
content,
getting thrown at you.
and now you're just throwing this at me.
Yeah.
Ocelot's spy for the president.
You're ready. You're all ready to be like, go out and live life, and you're like, wait, what?
Yeah, like the game has a theme it's trying to tell us, and now we're just kind of drawn back in the game, like thinking about game stuff.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Guess the president isn't as innocent as we thought.
Explains why I don't want nukes being dropped on his own country. No, I take it back. I don't think you have to explain that. Like, just get nukes dropped on your own country just sounds like a good idea. He doesn't have to be one of the Snake twins.
Yeah, he didn't want that to happen, but he acts like, or Campbell acts like, whatever. No, Houseman acts like the president had nothing to do with this. It's all me. I'm the bad guy. But the president had Ocelot on his payroll, then he's not that innocent. So as you might have been able to tell by the fact this was whole setup, Foxhound didn't just show up at Shadow Moses and decide to take the nuke and go rogue all like that. This was like a planned event. Because Meryl was moved there to get Campbell involved. Campbell was to get Snake involved. Like, this was a huge game of chess set up by many people. And I guess we don't really know why, but the president wanted this to happen. I think we're supposed to think that at this point. I don't really know.
Well, okay, so the president obviously knew what Ocelot knew, and Ocelot knew way more than Liquid.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the president had to have known everything that was going on.
Yeah. And the dark
which also explains the Pentagon stalling tactics and all that fun jazz.
Yeah. It's a little ambiguous why or how it all fits together there, but it's not just these guys went nuts and took over a nuke. It was set up by somebody.
Yeah, which means you gotta have like super genes.
Although other than that part, one thing I really like about this game is how everything fits together, and when you play through it a second time, you see a ton of stuff you didn't notice before, and you're like, oh, that makes sense. I've mentioned that before, and I don't feel like giving specific examples, but it's a thing you would notice, which I really like. I don't feel like the twist in this game was like just for shock value because they wanted a twist. I think it all makes sense.
Well, I'm not gonna say they didn't want shock value. I'm sure they wanted shock value.
Well,
but they did it well for sure.
It was thought out in advance. They didn't like write like half the story, then be like, you know what we need? A twist.
Yeah, they're not like surprise ninja.
Like it was
Ocelot's alive. Liquid's the superior one. Yeah. Snake armed the nuke for us.
Naomi's a traitor. Like that's set up and stuff.
Yeah. Miller's Liquid.
Yeah.
That one.
That too.
Yeah. What else? Campbell sucks at his job. Man, I really don't like Campbell. That's what I'm realizing.
Yeah. Meryl wasn't conveniently there.
Wow. Yeah.
I do feel bad for Liquid though. Like he survived everything. Then he got killed by a virus that targets his DNA. Like
yeah.
The message is you shouldn't be controlled by your genes, but he just dies because of it. It's not his fault.
I like how Campbell's like, yeah, there's a helicopter over there and a snowmobile. You guys are on your own for getting out under the Jeep. But once you get out under that Jeep, you guys are set.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't like Campbell.
Also, Liquid literally, like, Foxdie kicked in like 5 seconds later. He would have won. He would have shot Snake and then died himself. Like,
yeah, if Meryl had driven 5 seconds slower.
Yeah. Like, I don't know if Liquid deserved to lose. I mean, I guess he got a helicopter and a Metal Gear blown up and lost a fist fight, but still.
Snake's like, I don't see him. He must be dead.
That was so stupid. Like a Jeep turned over. He can never survive that.
Oh my goodness.
Like, he disappears for like 5 seconds from view, and Snake's all like, oh, dead. Oh, here's the Otacon ending. I guess we talked about it.
I was like, wait, there's one. Oh, yeah.
So there's only 2 scenes different with Otacon, I think. Well, maybe it depends how you define it. I like this scene. Also, the quality's worse because it's from the PS2 playthrough, but whatever.
Meryl. Forgive me. Damn! I gave in to my fear. I gave in to my pain. I sold your life to save my own. I'm a loser. I'm not the hero you thought I was. I'm nothing. Meryl, I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Meryl can't forgive anyone anymore.
Otacon.
She's gone, Snake.
Because of me.
I guess blaming yourself makes it easier, huh? If you do that, you can keep the pain at a nice, safe distance.
What the hell do you know? Meryl's dead. I lost.
So, are you gonna stay here and die? Along with her? Snake. People die. But death is not defeat. That's what Hemingway said. I lost Wolf, too. But that wasn't defeat. She and I will be together forever. We didn't lose anything.
Together forever.
It's true that Wolf is dead. But our love didn't die with her. Life's more than just a game of win or lose. Don't you think? Let's live, Snake. There's a parking garage right next door. We can get to the surface from there. Come on. I released all the security locks. It'll be okay. We can escape. You have my word on it.
Otacon, you've changed.
I'm through regretting the past. Life isn't all about loss, you know? It started. Those guys. Seems like they only hurry when they're destroying things. Good. Let them destroy it. But they can't destroy the human spirit.
Okay. Let's go. Meryl, I hope you're still watching me. Maybe I can prove myself to you after all.
Come on, hustle!
Snake, it's cold outside. You'll freeze like that.
Otacon's all acting like he's an expert of death when like 2 hours ago he's crying his eyes out because the Stockholm Syndrome lady died.
Yeah, I don't.
But I do like the scene.
About
I like Snake's breakdown.
Hurry! Now you look like yourself again. Hurry!
Washington isn't stupid enough to use nukes to cover up a few secrets.
I wonder about that.
In any case, the danger's over. Thanks, Snake.
Colonel, about Meryl.
I already know.
Colonel?
Meryl was my daughter.
What?
I didn't find out until recently. I got a letter from her mother, my dead brother's wife. I was going to tell her after this operation was over.
Colonel,
It's okay, Snake. Thanks anyway. Snake, I'm sorry. I kept a lot of things from you.
It's okay, Colonel.
Snake, I'm not a colonel.
The transition from Meryl's dead and my daughter to that part, Snowmobile Hago escapes could be a little cleaner.
Did you say my dead brother's wife?
Yeah, Campbell, Campbell bangs.
Okay, I want to make sure I caught that.
Also, hang on. Get ready for a lot of awkward laughter.
Until today, I've lived only for myself. Survival has been the only thing I cared about in my life.
That's not just you. That's how everyone is.
I only felt truly alive when I was staring death in the face. I don't know. Maybe it's written into my genes.
What about now?
I want to enjoy life. I really do. How about you, Otacon?
Me? I feel like a new man.
So what are you gonna do? Continue your research?
No, I'm finished with science. I'm interested in human psychology now.
Sounds good.
The whole reason I got into science in the first place was because I was no good with people. I was scared of them. I was scared of life. I thought that I could never understand them because they're so illogical. But I finally learned how to like people. I'm not afraid anymore.
You and I are more alike than I thought.
I'm just tired of always being a spectator in life. I'm ready to live. I'm gonna stand on my own 2 feet. I'm not gonna hide anymore.
You giving up your stealth camo?
Huh? Oh yeah. You can have it. So, this is where we say goodbye to our loves as well. Want me to drive?
No thanks. I'd rather do it myself.
No problem. Where to, Snake?
My real name is David, Otacon.
I'm Hal, Dave.
Oh, that's right. Hal. Hal and Dave. That's a good one. Maybe we should take a trip to Jupiter.
So where you going, Dave?
I think it's time for me to look for a new path in life.
A new path?
A new purpose.
Will you find it?
I'll find it. I know I'll find it.
So when they start laughing about their names, that's a reference to 2001: A Space Odyssey. Hal's the evil computer, and Dave Bowman's like the main character of that movie.
Oh, thank goodness you explained that. I was so confused.
It was very awkward when they say maybe we should take a trip to Jupiter.
Well, I figured there was a reference in there somewhere.
I love David Hayter as Snake with all my heart, but the one thing he cannot do is laughter in the Snake voice. It just sounds so awkward.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Otacon.
I can very much disagree with that. I like the Otacon ending more. I like this. One, it makes Snake seem like less of an invincible hero who always wins and more like a real person, that he gave into the torture and Mel had to die.
Yeah.
I like the scene where she's dead. I really like the acting there when he's like, I gave into my fear, I gave into the pain, I soldier light. That part, I like that part. Both endings on the snowmobile are kind of bad. Meryl's is too sweet and cheesy, and the Otacon one's too awkward. But I think I like the Otacon ending a little more. Also, Campbell being her father is unnecessary. That's a twist we didn't need.
Yeah, that's weird. That was kind of weird.
Yeah. I've mentioned this before, and I don't want to act like no game before 1998 had a good story, because a lot of PC computer games had deep and good stories, but man, this is so far ahead of its time. Like, cutscenes, this game kind of single-handedly made cutscenes more of a thing, but like nowadays you're a lot more likely to see long cutscenes and like philosophical stuff going on in games, but a lot more unheard of outside of like RPGs on the PlayStation in 1998. And the cutscenes thing in general was just kind of unheard of, completely unheard of.
Yeah, I'll give you that. this game had a lot of serious topics. It wasn't just running around
Exactly.
shooting people and sneaking around.
Like, I kind of want to play through Resident Evil 2, another game that came out in 1998, just to emphasize the difference between them. Because that game, the acting is not great, and I mean, I love that game, but I kind of want to just do maybe, like, I'm not going to, but like showcase a quick video of showing like awful voice acting, like infamous voice acting from around this time, decent voice acting, and just to like see how far ahead of the curve this game was. Because everybody nails in this game. Like, there's no bad actor voice where you're like, this sucks and sounds weird.
No, I thought Otacon was great.
I hate you.
I'm not a fan of Otacon. Or Campbell. Naomi's okay. Naomi's character gets a lot better at the very end, for sure.
It's more interesting, for sure.
Yeah, like the very end really ties it all together.
One
I like
reason
Grey
this game had great acting, beyond just hiring like actually talented people and having a budget for it instead of going the cheapest route possible, is one, they recorded in LA, not Canada, like a lot of games at the time did, or just random Japanese people, or random people in Japan who speak English. It's a thing cheap games did that was never worked out. But also, they recorded all their dialogue at the same time. Like the actors in a scene, like Snake and Otacon, David Hayter and Christopher Randolph, would be recording at the same time. They wouldn't just go in a booth isolated with no context and just saying lines over and over. They acted out the scenes, all the characters in a scene.
Huh.
That's a thing that was very uncommon at that time, and like at cartoons and games in the 90s, but everyone that did do it had awesome voice acting. Batman the Animated Series did that, with Mark Hamill acting as the Joker next to Kevin Conroy's Batman. And this game did that, and that was kind of uncommon, but every time people did that, it worked out amazingly. It just takes more effort to do it like that, I guess. But also, they just hired talented people and not like random high school students, like Resident Evil 1, for instance.
Are they really?
Yeah, Resident Evil... Well, okay, Resident Evil 1 had like a live-action intro, and I think the lady who played Jill was literally just like a high school student who happened to live in Japan, and they just hired her.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, I guess that wraps it up. We still have the briefing to watch, but I guess I guess there's nothing else we can say more about the game beyond it's awesome.